So, we've had two Godzilla vs Kong trailers. Well, kind of. One's a trailer, one's more like a teaser. What is this to say about Godzilla vs Kong? It's a big lizard fighting a big monkey. And let's be honest here, I certainly wouldn't take sides in the combat of giant Godzilla, king of the monsters, you know, Godzilla, with its atomic breath and his ability to go into burning mode like Goku goes into Super Saiyan. I mean, I certainly wouldn't take sides, considering one's Godzilla and the other's just a big silly monkey. I certainly wouldn't suggest that one had to be upscaled in power and the other had to be downgraded and made smaller just to make the combat at least fair. What we've seen from the first trailer suggests that a lot of Kong. It seems that there was some kind of war between Kong's people and Godzilla's people. So basically it's like Planet of the Apes, except the people are replaced with giant lizards that can fire atomic breath. Seems a bit one-sided, to be honest. I'm surprised any of the Kong species survived. But monkey used tool. Monkeys strong together. We see a lot of cool action shots, a lot of Kong. This is a very Kong-orientated trailer, which kind of sucks because once again they're kind of skewing it towards like Kong, because I swear they do this because he's a big monkey and that means he's more human. So it's just easier to demonize Godzilla. It's like, how many times are we going to demonize Godzilla? It's just king of the monsters. He's keeping them in check. He's doing what he has to do. But oh, your Kong's got thumbs. Wait, does Godzilla have thumbs? But anyway, so yeah, the trailer shows that Godzilla's now openly attacking the military when before he was helping them. He's smashing through ships, he's blowing stuff up, and Kong looks like he just saw death himself. He is one scared monkey. But then again, I suppose they did stick him on a ship. He's not much of a swimmer, because I mean, where was he like during the events of King of the Monsters? He was just kind of stuck on his island. He didn't build a rafter out to reach the mainland and, do anything useful. He was just kind of sitting there twiddling his thumbs or learning how to play drums. We do see a lot of interesting stuff, like a lot of, again, more of that prehistory, like the ancient civilizations. It seems like they're going to be visiting a lot more locations like that. It appears like there's some deeper background story, but comparing the background stuff to what's the foreground, I think there's going to be a bit of a disconnect between plots. I hope that's not right, but it seems like the whole, we've got to uncover why Kong and Godzilla should fight and how they can fight and stuff like that. I'm like powering up Kong so he can fight Godzilla, because it kind of looks like he's going on some kind of quest with the humans to like get his axe that we see in the trailer. And I think that's all going to lead up to be like kind of irrelevant background noise, and that's what I'm worried about, that half the film's just going to be this adventure to get an axe, because in the end, I don't think this is much of a spoiler. I think everyone's kind of guessed it at this point, but the Godzilla that's attacking like all the human population stuff isn't actually Godzilla. It's Mecha Godzilla. Now, why would the humans build Mecha Godzilla, disguise it as Godzilla, and then attack human targets? Maybe they're trying to turn people against Godzilla and the Titans, which I mean, they don't really need that much of a reason. They're kind of working in equilibrium, but they could also destroy like entire cities. Yeah, I don't think it would take building a giant robot fake to turn people against the Titans. Just a bit of political wrangling could do that. It seems like a huge waste of resources. And again, if they're doing that, why bring Kong in all? If they know that it's under their control, it just feels like nobody's really talking to each other in the plot. So like one party will think that it's Godzilla and they've got to bring in Kong, and another party is controlling Mechagodzilla disguised as Godzilla, and then there'll be Godzilla's, like little party from King of the Monsters that we've seen, like Millie Bobby Brown. She's back as like I don't want to say a Godzilla groupie, but like, a Godzilla researcher or something. And I like that aspect. I like the aspect that Kong has his support group of humans. As we've seen in the new trailer, they've introduced him in this film, and then like Godzilla has his own support staff, kind of like from the old, from King of the Monsters, because I don't think, I'm a bit at odds with everyone else when it comes to this, because people hate the humans, but I think that they're necessary. They're a part of the story, and it's like, as I said, they're an apex kind of cultural titan of our own, and that was really explaining King of the Monsters, because you needed the human side added to the Echo device to work to distract Ghidorah and stuff. Humans and Godzilla sound waves working together is what distracted Ghidorah, and that's kind of the theme. It's humanity and Godzilla finding a balance, and I really like that there's a balance between the human side and the Titan side, because that's what most interests me about like the Godzilla universe. It's its own universe. It's not just what if Godzilla showed up in our world like the first Godzilla 2014 was. Now it's set in its own universe, much like the Avengers and that kind of thing. It's not our world, it's just very similar. So the technology is a bit different, and I like that Monarch is its own group, and it's just a much bigger, more expansive world than it would be if it was just two monsters duking it out in New York or something. And I like to see the evolution of humans and Titans evolving around each other. And for people saying that, like, Godzilla films and kaiju films are all about, like, the Godzilla fights and stuff, it's like, I'm not sure if, like, those were just, like, the later versions, because I've watched some of the older Godzilla films, and they are chocked full of random human plots. Sometimes I just feel like they're entirely disconnected from the Godzilla plot altogether, except for the last 20 minutes. I think one was about, like, a land development plot, and some, like, journalists trying to uncover a crime or something, and then in the background, like every now and again, there'd just be Godzilla showing up. I can't remember which one that was. I might have been imagining it. But yes, so what I worry about in this film is that it's going to be kind of silly. I mean, this is going to sound silly itself, but it's going to be silly. Like, King of the Monsters knew just how to take itself seriously enough where the threat feels real and it feels weighty, but at the same time not like super serious, because there's about giant monsters. You can't take that incredibly serious. It's kind of a silly concept. And I mean, especially when it's a beatdown between a giant lizard and a giant gorilla, you can't exactly take it too serious. But I don't want it to be just a silly beatdown movie. It's like fighting and random human, disconnected human storylines. Like, we've got to figure out what's wrong with Godzilla. Oh, it turns out to be a giant robot. It's inherently silly, but I don't want it to be too silly where it hasn't got any weight. I want it to still fit in the universe where it feels like it's a sequel to King of the Monsters and Skull Island, and isn't just a silly mashup movie done for the sake of being a silly mashup movie. I think the Monsterverse has something really good going for it, and you see it in, like, different channels and stuff. Everyone's like discussing the lore and like little secrets, and like people spotted, and I spotted as well, the Mecha Godzilla tease from King of the Monsters credits. And everyone's just like, I like that kind of stuff. I like that we can take it, we can have fun with it and still take it a bit seriously at the same time. If it's just like I'm at two minds, because I want to see I want to see Godzilla punching Kong in the face and stuff, really silly stuff. And at the same time, I want it to be taken seriously by the characters in the universe itself. Like, this is a serious thing, people are dying and stuff. Now, when it comes to, like, Godzilla versus Kong, is it going to be disappointing that it's probably Mechagodzilla? I mean, people have already pointed out that the size difference of Godzilla from King of the Monsters to this one, like, he was bigger than an aircraft carrier in King of the Monsters, and now he stands on one. I don't think it's a custom, like, Monarch aircraft carrier. I think it's just a regular one, so he's definitely gotten smaller, which could be just because they want to shrink him down so that Kong had a chance. Because come on, let's face it, that monkey's like, he's char-grilled, so Mechagodzilla is going to be smaller. And what I don't understand is, because at first I thought the idea was that they didn't know why Godzilla was attacking targets, like military targets, and I thought that he knew that they were building Mechagodzilla and they were using King Ghidorah's head as like a blueprint or something, and he knew that King Ghidorah's like solar essence can go into Mechagodzilla and take over, and it's like he senses King Ghidorah is still there, and he's going after all these parts, like they're building, like, maybe the legs in Tokyo, maybe they're building something else, and that's why he's hunting those down, and the humans, like, pretending not to know why he's attacking. It's like the humans with Kong really don't know, so they're trying to stop him, but like the military and secret know why they're doing it, and they're trying to delay it. Maybe they're helping, Kong's group, because he'll delay Godzilla so they can activate the weapon, because that's where I'm two minds. Either Godzilla is Mechagodzilla all through the film, which will kind of be disappointing because it's not really Kong versus Godzilla, is it? And they'll probably show up at the end and they'll both fight, Mechagodzilla like it's Metal Gear Solid 4 when Rex versus Ray. Or Godzilla is Godzilla, and he's just trying to stop Mechagodzilla from being created, and right at the end, Mechagodzilla is activated and he escapes, and then they team up together, which would not explain his size, It might literally just be because they shrunk him down just to make Kong, you know, equals with him. Either way, I am interested to see this film. Unfortunately, I probably won't be able to see this film because it's on HBO Max and the UK doesn't have HBO Max and won't have till the end of the year. And there's no cinemas open, so I guess I'm just screwed. I guess we in the UK just don't get to see the movie, which is fun. That's a lot of fun. I don't know if there'll be any more trailers. I don't think they will. I mean, they might. I was kind of hoping they'd release like a Godzilla trailer where it shows the opposite side, like Godzilla's the one beating down Kong, and they kind of did, but it's more of a teaser. So honestly, I am looking forward to it. I probably won't get to see it, but I'm hoping it'll be good because the MonsterVerse is on a very precarious ledge because it doesn't make as much profit as it should as a series, and yet fans seem to really excited. I don't think I've seen like everyone really excited for a movie quite like it, except for the last kind of few movies in the Avengers films, and that's amazing for the MonsterVerse. You know, I can't believe that so many people are hyped about Godzilla films now. I think that's just a testament to how good they are and how well King of the Monsters, you know, did, not with critics but with fans and people. They really did like it, and I'm so happy that they're, you know, doing really well with people. I just hope that they do well enough to keep them going, because I could do with a lot more Godzilla and like MonsterVerse films that can do like DC movies or something, or new Marvel movies. I think it's the time for the monsters to rise. And hell, I would love to see a Jet Jaguar movie.
人が作ったロボットだけど